Hello guys. So I just finished watching the 8th episode of Symphogear's third season. It's pretty interesting. There's some pretty interesting things in it, but there's also some blah things in it. Let's talk about one of the things. You remember that Hibiki saw her father in the previous episode and ran away. Apparently, Miku has convinced her to talk with her father, and they meet at a restaurant, and yeah, the way the father basically just sits like, "Hmm? Hmm?" Like he doesn't care about Hibiki or anything. He's just like, "Hmm?" he's an asshole, especially because he just talks to her like explaining her why he had to leave, and that is because he couldn't handle that. The basically that the village people hated Hibiki because and all the commotion that followed it. So he just decided to leave, and now he wanna like get back together because hey, it sounds like because his daughter is like famous or something. He's basically just a slug, and even and you can see that even because when Hibiki is about to leave because or is leaving because he's pissed at him, he just says, "Wait, Hibiki," and just hands her the reception. She has to pay for their shall I say the eating on that restaurant, and I can understand why Hibiki is very pissed off. Which later on leads to a problem while she fighting Mika. Yeah, Mika. It actually ends up with all her, Shiraka, and Kiraka basically getting beat, but Mika decides to leave. Should say one of the other auto scores tells Mika to stop wasting time and get back there. So she leaves, and yeah, some drama between Iraq and Kiraka happens. Yeah, which basically I like, considering that they are like extremely good friends, Kiraka and Shiraka. It's really strange to see them argue here because they're like basically what's it called. Shiraka, she is angry that Kiraka doesn't want her to protect her because she thinks that Kiraka sees us as a burden. But as it's later revealed, the reason why Kiraka doesn't want uh, you know uh, Shiraka to get hurt is because she loves her. And yeah, after figuring that out, they come to the realization that they can't do anything, as they can't do all alone. They need the other people. They need to take responsibility for their actions, and that is what unlocks their ignition ignite mode, which it looks interesting because while previous that each Symphogear user had gotten their ignite mode as a separate what's it called screen. Here it was done together, which symbolizes their close connection, uh, Kiraka and Shiraba. And I must say, Mika, in her powered up state, basically where she, what I presume is, she basically abandoned her defense and goes on full offensive. That looks so good. And if it wasn't for the father, I'd most likely be using that thumbnail because Mika looks so good in that. I freaking love that design. But yeah, after that they take responsibility for the action and tells Hibiki's uncle and Miku that they are not Miku, Chris, that they are sorry, that they what's called handle they basically did like go out on their own without permission. So they are growing. They are growing as characters. But the most interesting thing in this episode is that, as I suspected, what she called Carl, she returns, and apparently, I'm not sure if she is like an auto score or anything. I'm not sure. That is one of the things I'm not sure. But the interesting thing is that she can see through Elf Nine's eyes. So Elf Nine is kind of spying on Hibiki and the other without knowing. At least I don't presume she knows. That makes me wonder: can Carol take control over her, or can she only see through her eyes? And how come that Elf Nine doesn't seem to suffer under like the memory thing, because from what I can see, the other R2 scores need to absorb memories to continue to function. But she doesn't seem to suffer under that. So I wonder, is she like a creation after or before? Or is it because the auto scores we see that eats memories that is fighting? Is that why? If if Elf Nine had to fight, would she also need to eat others' memories? Or yeah, I'm really confused about that. Also, why would Carol want to destroy the world? That is one thing we really need to have explained. But yeah, that's pretty much all about this episode. So to sum it up, Hibiki's father is a slug, and really, I can he really don't deserve to be with Hibiki and her family. Kiraka and Shiraka, they grow in this episode, and Carol is back. That is pretty much the most interesting things, and the thing that, of course, Carol can see through Elf Nine's eyes. But yeah, that's all. So all there's left is to wish you all a good day, good night, wherever you are, and see you later, guys. Cheers.